Hey guys, it's Nev, and welcome to a little casual chat, a little convo. So just sit back, get yourself a nice warm cup of tea or some hot chocolate or coffee, whichever you prefer. All are valid and good, delicious, and yes. So today I would like to talk about stuff I have planned for the channel and little adjustments to the schedules. A bit about the video I did a couple weeks ago called Heid's Monster, the fast sketching story. Yes, so first off on the agenda, I would like to talk a bit more about Heidi's Monster, and if you haven't seen Heidi's Monster, you should go watch it, like right now. Why haven't you seen it? I think you should have seen it. You should watch it, unless you don't like horror, then otherwise feel free not to. There's a little gory near the end. So yes, let's just give a minute for other people to go off and watch Heidi's Monster if they haven't. Okay. Okay, have you watched it? Okay, I think we've all watched it. Unless you didn't want to. Okay, now let's move on. So Heidi's Monster is a short story, and it's based on a much larger story that I've been working on for the past few years now. It's an idea that I've had in my head for a while. A story about children, monsters, and protectors. Paracosm, the working title of this bigger story that I'm talking about, has been adjusted, reworked, and rewritten multiple times now. The story of Heidi is a prequel, a backstory to the older Heidi in Paracosm. So Heidi's Monster takes place a few years before then. And the older Heidi is the one we see at the very end in the mask. In the world of Paracosm, every child has a monster under their bed, whether they believe it's there or not. In most cases, children that are aware of those monsters fear them, and honestly, they can blame them. Heidi is one of the children aware of her monster, and she is scared of it, but not as much as she is of her dad. Because while the monster creepily lurks in the corner of the room and watches her, that's all it's ever done. Watch. Her father, however, she knows can be violent and dangerous. After the night where both her parents were killed, Heidi was taken away, and as far as anyone else knows, she's just as dead as her mum and dad, and even has her own grave next to her mother's. Heidi doesn't know this. There isn't something particularly uncommon in the world of Paracosm, whether or not its residents are accurately aware of it. Did I just say accurately? I meant acutely. Even if its residents aren't acutely aware of it. Over the past few years, there have been many curious cases of missing children and deaths with the child's body never found, all that sort of thing. By the start of Paracosm, where we're introduced to our main character Remy, these missing children cases have escalated into an epidemic. So while Heidi is focused on the story is not unique, whether these children survive the process that happens to them afterwards is another thing entirely. But that's not important now, is it? They were legally dead anyhow. When making Heidi's Monster, there are certain things I wanted to bring forward. I wanted to show a monster protecting a child, and I wanted to raise questions on what happened to Heidi afterwards. I wanted people to wonder whether the title, Heidi's monster, was referring to the one sitting amongst the toys, or the one storming around her house, or a more accurate title might have been Heidi's monsters. After all, monsters are everywhere. So for the sketching stories thing, I do plan to do a lot more of these because I had so fun making Heidi's monster, and I've already got a second one coming. This one wasn't written by me. It was written by my friend Discoveries of an Alley Cat over Tumblr. And yeah, you can check them out. They'll be linked in the description below. Yeah, and that sketching story is going to be coming out on the 18th of August, so next week. Should be next week anyway. And I have decided that if you guys want to, you yourselves can send in stories for me to do. So long as they're at least 1,000 words long, you can send them to me on Tumblr or Twitter or Instagram. If you've got any questions, feel free to ask them. I'll happily answer. Yeah, and I'll do a sketch story about it. And it'll be okay if there are fan fiction as well. I'll be happy to do those too, so long as it's a fandom that I at least know of. Even better if it's a fandom that I'm in, because if it's a fandom I don't know anything about, I'm not going to have any interest, or at least I'll have minimum interest. What was I talking about? So you can do that. It's about 1,000 words to, I'm going to say 5,000, but even 5,000 is a lot. So I think preferably aim somewhere between 1,000 and 3,000 words. I will accept stories that are split into 2 parts if they're good. It can be any genre, it can be romance, it can be horror, so long as it's a one shot. Yes. Okay. As for the future of the channel, I am changing up the schedule a little bit. Right now, the schedule is 2 drawing videos a month and 2 gaming videos a month, and then there's the speed paints every Saturday. And I'm going to keep the speed paints every Saturday because those are easy to do. Yeah, they're pretty easy to do. There's a car store, and I don't know if you can hear it, but yes, there's a car store, and that's that noise. The window's open. Okay, so we're still doing the speed paints, the Saturday speed paints. Instead of doing 2 gaming videos a week, I only want to do 1 because I want this channel to be mostly having to do with art stuff and maybe writing stuff and that sort of thing, creative stuff that I make. But I also enjoy doing the gaming videos. I think they're fun, so I'm going to continue those, but less so. What I'm aiming for is 1 sketching story a month, 1 gaming video a month, and 1 or 2 drawing videos, or 1 or 2 chatting draws, like this one where I just talk about something. Maybe it's a story time thing, maybe it's something else. So yeah, I hope you guys are gonna stick around, because that would be awesome. I would love for you to do that. Okay, you don't actually have to subscribe if you don't want to. Yeah, but I would seriously appreciate it if you did. But you don't have to, right? So that's everything. Yes. Yeah, that's everything. This is a bit rambly, I'm sorry. I get nervous. Anyhow, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoy next week's sketching story. I am very happy with it, despite me accidentally deleting some of it while making it. And yeah. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. And remember to cycle. Bye. Now I'm recording from my phone. This dog is that dog over there. His name is Django. And he's... yeah, he says trans rights.